Hello, I'm Gagath, and I am playing some Forge Adventure mode. And last time, it's been a little bit since I've played a few days, and last time I struggled my way through this tower full of birds. It was like a airy, and I just clicked into town, and I got that quest complete, and it was a whole ordeal. So, let's see. I just want to go to quests there. Quests. So, we have check out this library in the island. Excuse me. Check out this library in the island biome to the northeast. And then our other quest is room for growth. Clear out all enemies in the dinosaur crater and report back. Okay. So I'm up here in the... I don't want to do either one of those quests, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go further into the biome. I want to reach the plains. Where this, I guess, is considered a desert. I want to reach the main city here and see if I can get the item that teleports me back. I'm guessing this road... Well, let's just stop here. You always just want to kind of stop in and see what kind of shops are available. I'm going to start to use some WASD rather than click move. Okay, so this is Holy Strength. I'm still getting some of these Final Fantasy cards. Nothing here. What is this? Knights, maybe? I've been here. I bought something here. Okay. Do not remember that. Let's go check out the inn here and see what they have for draft. Murders at Karlov Manor. All right. I know murders a little. I just clicked and I think I just spent mana shards, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, I know murders a little bit. I did draft it. Pride of the Hullclade. This is a interesting, very, very interesting card. It's 11 mana. Costs X less to cast, where X is total toughness of creatures you control. Has Defender, and then you pay 4, and creature gets +1/+0, and whenever this deals combat damage to a player, draw a card equal to its toughness. And it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. This is actually really powerful. If I spend 4 mana and attack with him, he draws me 15 cards. In my actual sealed, when I did this set, I drew him, and then I had a copy of him, and I also had, I think, a list card called High Alert, I believe it was, where it allowed creatures to attack without Defender and assign toughness, assign damages with their toughness, and it was just like incredibly powerful. Let's look at the other two really quick. Other two rares: Wojek Investigator, Flying Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, investigate for each opponent who has more cards in hand than you. That's okay. Lost in the Maze Flash. When it enters the battlefield, tap X creatures. Put a stun counter on each of those creatures that I don't control. Tapped creatures you control have hexproof. And so I guess you can tap your own stuff and make them hexproof in response. Private Eye is interesting because it is a lord for detectives, which are a lot of them in this set. There's a Mana Dork right here. But the Pride of the Hullclade, I know this card, and I know I can make this card work. And if anything, he's just a big old wall. So we'll add him. Okay, here, I don't know this card, Blood Splatter Analysis. When it enters the battlefield, deals 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls. That seems good. Whenever one or more creatures die, mill a card and put a Bloodstain counter on it. Sacrifice it as 5 or more. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I like that too. It is kind of harder to pull off because it is Rakdos, but it is 3 damage it's removal, 3 damage to a creature, and then later in the game it turns into Slime Against Humanity. This is interesting. I have a Slime Against Humanity commander deck. Went this way, search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle, investigate. Interesting. Let's see, return. So let's look at the uncommons now. Return target creature card with, like, my eyes are just all over the place, so I'm like not going through each one, right? Anyways, return target creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Put a flying counter on it. It's a spirit in addition to other types. That could be good. This can't be blocked as long as you sacrifice an artifact this turn. When it attacks, draw a card and then discard a card. Okay. Mistway Spy, Disguise. So you can put it down. It's like a morph creature. It's a 2/2 with Ward 2. And then when it's turn faced up, and whatever creature you control deals combat damage to a player, investigate. And then Breakout, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them. If that card has mana 2 or less, you may put it on the battlefield and it gains haste. If you don't, put it on your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. This is pretty good too. Blood Spatter Analysis, I think, is fun, but it's going to be hard to build around. I do not see any other black, so maybe somebody's taking black. I do like Breakout as well. Well, let's do the Blood Splatter and let's see what we get. I don't think black is open. I don't think black is open at all. I know Riftburst Hellion here is kind of a combat trick because it's 6/7. You put it down as a 2/2 for 2, and then later on you flip it for 6, and then it turns into a 6/7 with reach. That's fun. Let's look at the uncommons here. Disguise. So this is the same thing. When it is turn face up, creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Untap them. It has a butt of 10. Interesting. Sanctuary Wall. It has Defender. Tap target creature. You may put a stun counter on it. If you do, put a stun counter on this. So there's a bunch of cards that say tap target creature, and then while this remains tapped, you may not untap. This kind of like is similar, but it does eventually untap. So I like the Riftburst Hellion. I do like the Essence of Antiquity, especially with our Pride of the Hulklade. Right? Hulklade wants us to go blue. I'm going to go Riftburst Hellion here. Another Essence of Antiquity. This escape tunnel is notable, but target with creature with power 2 less can't be blocked this turn. So you can do this to your Pride of the Hulklade, because it only has power of 2, and make that unblockable. That was part of the high alert thing that I had gotten going on. Shady Informant. When it dies, deals 2 damage to any target. Its rate is not very good. What is this? Whenever you cast an artifact spell, investigate. Activated abilities of artifacts you control cost 1 less to activate. This doesn't. So this makes clues easier to do. At this point, I mean, we're kind of all over the place. Nervous Gardener, I kind of like. When it's turn face up, search your library for a land card. So you put it down for 2. It's a 2/2 with Ward 3, and then you turn it up, and then basically shuffle or get a land. Put it in your hand, and then you still have your 2/2, right? So I do like Vengeful Creeper as well. I'm gonna go the Nervous Gardener. I think this would be good if we wanted to go down the clue route, but I think we're gonna have green regardless. Maybe Archdrade's Charm is good, but there is a problem with it, and that problem is it's 3 mana pips of green. So Insidious Roots is also good. If we went creature tokens, this would be pretty good. It doesn't really work with anything that we got. Cease and Desist. Exile 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Target player gains 2 life and draws a card, or destroy all artifacts and enchantments. It's interesting. Another Escape Tunnel. A 5/5 for 6 that's in the Pride of the Hulklade colors. And whenever it deals damage to a player, investigate. The Escape Tunnel, the thing is, the Escape Tunnel, you can sacrifice it, make this unblockable, and then flip it. I think the Undercover Crocodile. Now I kind of wish I would have. There's another Undercover Crocodile. Okay. Yaris, Roar of the Old Gods. Creatures you control have haste. Whenever one more face-down creatures deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever a face-down creature you control dies, return to the battlefield face down on its owner's control if it's a permanent, then turn it face up. Oh god, that's so good. Can we make that work? I want to make that work. Oh, and now there's the black. Jeez, okay. At this point, the black, this is too late in the game to go black. We might be going blue, green, red. If that's the case, you need a lot of slime and get some mana to make that work. But we'll just put that in our sideboard. So Pompous Gadabout. Hexproof as long as you turn. Can't be blocked to creatures that don't have a name. It's notable that all those cloaked or what's the other term? Disguised creatures do not have names. Make your move is interesting. Can't be blocked as long as you sacrifice an artifact turn, and then it can loot. When it attacks, face down spells cost. Oh, I like this Goblin Mask Maker. If we're gonna do face down spells, and then the Breakout Wield, and then I like Pick Your Poison. Each sacrifice an artifact or an enchantment or a creature with flying. Shady Informant sideboard, and then sideboard. Okay, I think looking at this, these two might still be useful here because they work with this. You turn it down, and I still will have the green, right? So I might still not play blue with this. Don't like. I need better. Oh, this seems to not very good. So 5 can't be countered. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste on end of turn, and suspect it. And then suspect it means it has mana, so it can't block. 5 mana, grab their bomb. The chase is on. 3. +3/+0 gains first strike until end of turn. Investigate for 3. It's kind of expensive. If this is not suspected, you may suspect it. Okay. When this enters the battlefield, surveil 2, and then exile from the graveyard. Put on +1/+1 on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. This one. When it enters the battlefield, untap target creature against hexproof until if it's suspected, it's no longer suspected. It gets +2/+2 and can't be suspected. Okay. I don't think that there's any particularly good take here. Maybe at the turn 1. Surveil lets me kind of pick my poison. I'll do that. Okay, so we're not in any of these colors. We're in green, potentially blue, potentially red. This is a disguised creature. Target creature controls deals damage to target power to target creature. Oh, hard-hitting question. I like this. It's removal. It's just a shame it's not an instant speed. We'll take. These rares don't work. Okay, when this enters, 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls. 3 or more sources. To solve it, 3 or more sources you control dealt damage this turn. And then exile the top 3. Choose one. You may play it this turn. Okay. This is interesting. Gadget Technician. When it enters the battlefield or is turned face up, create a 1/1 Thopter artifact creature token with flying. So it just comes with a token. I mean, we can make this work. You may play an additional land at each of your turns. You control several more lands. You may look at the top of your library anytime you play lands and cast creature spells and enchantment spells from the top of your library. That's pretty good. Shock is super good. When Sample Collector attacks me, collect evidence 3. When you do, put a +1/+1 on target creature you control. See, that's more notable that when things flip, they keep their counters. Shady Informant, we can make potentially work. I think this case of the Locked Hothouse. Did I just edit? Yeah, I edited it. Okay. So here, this is disguise 3. So this is a land that we can disguise. And then, so we pay 3. And when it's turned face up, add 2 mana of any one color. So it's interesting. When this enters the battlefield or is turned face up, I think we're... This land feels like it's a trap to me. It's 3 less if you sacrifice an artifact this turn. Can't be countered. Does 4 damage to target creature. I think Suspicious Detonation because it's removal. Connect the dots. Whenever a creature controls attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. And then you can pay 2, discard your hand, sacrifice this, put all exile cards into their owner's hands. It's interesting. I like that. I like this, and I like this. And I like this. This is interesting. I want 5 cards in this pack. I'm gonna do the Goblin Maskmaker, because if we get 2 Goblin Maskmakers out in the face down spells, or 3, you need 3 of them to make it the cloaking the spells free. When this enters the battlefield, discard a card, then draw 2 cards. To solve it, you have no cards in hand. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard your hand and draw 2 cards. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Crime Novelist is interesting if we were had a lot of artifacts. When this search for a basic land. This does tutor for a basic. but we're not going to have 5 colors. How many humans do I have? None. I'm going to go to the crime novelist just in case we do get more artifact. We'll go caught red-handed here. Behind the mask. Sideboard. Sideboard. Exposed culprit could be good. Sideboard. Sideboard. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Cloak 2 of them and put the rest on the bottom of the random order. That does go into what we're doing. Yep, that goes with what we're doing. Analyze the pollen, also good. Collect evidence 8. May collect it. Search your library basic. If evidence is collected, search your library for a creature or a land card, reveal it and put it in your hand. That's super good. So we're gonna analyze the pollen. No More Lies is a decent counter spell, but we're not in those colors. Belt Maverick, Yaris, Goblin Maskmaker, Hope the Wheel, Tin Street, Gossip. I think we want a second Yaris. I love to have both those though. When it enters the battlefield, for each player, destroy up to 1 non-basic land that player controls. For each land to destroy, the controller search for a basic and put it in the battlefield tap. I think that's okay, but we don't really need that. Concealed weapon. We can disguise this. When it's turned face up, attach it to target creature you control. I think we're going to do the Rift Burst Alien that I saw down here. Enchant creature. And then it suspects it and gets +1/+1, and I can keep casting it. Sure. Rift Burst Alien. At the beginning of combat, turn, create a 1/1 Thopter artifact creature token with flying. It gains haste, sacrifice in the beginning, next end step. Sure. This is probably Vengeful Creeper. When his turn's faced up, I think we're going to do this one. Tin Street Gossip is good. All right, so we have effectively... We're going to have to do some cuts. I wish this wasn't still zoomed in. No, we can zoom it out. There we go. We have effectively built this nice disguise. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these blue to the sideboard. And prior to the Hullclave, I think I'm going to still move that to the sideboard. And then this is plenty so we're kind of short creatures. I think Suspicious Detonation can go. And then so we're going to have a little bit of a kind of like find lands. With like Case of the Locked Hothouse and whatnot. Okay. I think 15 lands. We probably want to do one more cut out of a spell here. And then maybe Case of the Crimson Pulse. Discard a card. Then draw 2 cards. Well, I think this might be it. Caught red-handed. Pick your poison might not be it. Hard-hitting question. What is the cut here? So, like, what are we keeping for sure? We're keeping Analyze the Pollen, keeping hard-hitting question, keeping Breakout, keeping Expose the Culprit, keeping Case of the Locked Hothouse, keeping Hide in Plain Sight, because Hide in Plain Sight cloaks two of these things. I think maybe Caught Red-Handed is too expensive. Yeah. And then we go add basic lands. And add 8. What? 1 black. Shady Informant. Oh, we left the Shady Informant in. I think that's fine. We want to move that to the sideboard. What do we have in the sideboard right now? Suspicious Detonation. We'll add it back in the Hide of the Proclade. Pride of the Hulklade. To make her 40. We're not going to end up casting or using this ability. He's just going to be a big ass blocker for us. I could, you know what I could do? We have a bunch of ability to I hate that we don't have this many creatures. But we're really short on creatures, it looks like. So this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to move these back in. And then put... Go to my lands, remove, add basic lands, add 2 islands. Okay, and then we need to make 3 cuts, because those are, so we could potentially hardcast of these if we needed to, and we can tutor up the lands for Pride of the Hulklade if we needed to. I like that. I like this a lot. So we'll cut the case. Well, we'll move 1 to the sideboard. And then we'll move the convenient target to the sideboard. All right. Let's see if this works. I'm not so confident in this, but I mean, we'll see. All right. We'll be on the play. We have just a ton of land. Okay. Mountain. What is this? What does this do? Turn target face down, creature face up, exile any number of them, and cloak them. They played a wrench. They played Case of the Flinched Falcon. When it enters the battlefield, investigate. If you control 3 or more artifacts, is solved, and then you can sacrifice it to put 4 counters on an artifact and it becomes a creature. Okay. So we're just playing a land. Then he's going to play Inside Source. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. And detective gets +2/+0 on vigilance end of turn. Okay. And then we will play this forest and play Eurus. Other creatures you control have haste. Whenever one more or more face down creatures controlled deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever a face down dies. Okay. So I like that a lot. So we're still super flooding out. I mean, so we can attack in if he blocks. If he doesn't block, I mean, it's gonna get turned face up regardless. Search for your land card with a basic land type. We'll just get another forest. We're way flooding out. Destroy Eurus. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, wait. How did this card work? Face up, you control with disguise in a face down pile. Oh, so I didn't quite understand what that meant. Okay, so that auto tapper messed up that. So I have a 4/4 again. Tap it. That's fine. On disguise. And I need to not flood out. It's going to do a bunch of damage to me. And he's going to keep tapping me. Surveil too. Cards to put in the graveyard. So the Harry Dronesmith is in the graveyard. Case of the Locked Out House. I want on top. Because that dumps the lands out of my gets 2/2 vigilance until end of turn. Okay. So I think I want to double block this. Yeah. And I'll just take 2. Okay. So now we can look at the top. Oh, at the beginning of our end step, it's solved. Okay, well, I'm gonna attack in because I can. And now it's solved. They don't attack. Okay, they tap it. I tap it in response. And then I want to look at the top. Oh man, cast creature spells. It's very unfortunate that this is a spell or instant because I can't do anything with it. I want to go back to my hand. Yeah, play the mountain out. Extra enchantment would get rid of this. Neither one have flying. Let me look. What's on the top of my library right now? Oh yeah, yeah. Vengeful Creeper. Oh, I should have attacked in first. Disguise this. Maybe I just cast it. Hard cast it. I have my mountain. I think I have to disguise this if I want to Okay, so this is how we see these. I wish these had art. So that effectively has fixed my situation here. This case of the locked hothouse had just put on four creatures, and then we still have pick our poison. Okay, so we tap it to add the mana, and then how do we cast this? And then we destroy the wrench. And then we look at the top of our deck. It's a mountain. Hard in question. Okay. So now we can... What is it? What is this? I want to see what this is. It's a 6/7 with reach. So we can hit cancel. So now we can go and hit cancel and attack in with everything. And then you decide to block this one. And I didn't have enough mana to do that. And I got a clue token. Okay. You want to attack in with your 1/1? You're pretty much dead if you do. Okay. Let's look at my library, hide in plain sight on the top. My hand. So we are going to Alpha Strike. And then next game. Okay, so we came back from behind. Like, that was incredible. And it was all the one. Oh, we have to mulligan this. Okay, we have to mulligan this. We only have one land in hand. We have 2 land in hand. 3. And we can analyze the pawn. We will pick your poison back. And then we'll keep. So it's all that one case. It just is super good. So I think we're going to turn 1 Rebel Belt Maverick. And then I don't think we want, I think we want to top of library. So Breakout should be next, right? And then I can cast Breakout. Yeah. So I do this. I attack in. And cast Breakout. Look at the top 6 creature card from among them. And Riftburst, Hellion, or Pride of the Hulklade. I can't cast either one, but I can, with Riftburst, at least I can cloak it. Yeah. Private Eye. I think I'm going to probably just cloak this turn. This collect evidence 8. Like it's. Yeah, I'm just gonna cloak this turn. And I'm not gonna double block. I think, maybe he has his detective theme for sure. Well, now I'm not, definitely not, because he's just gonna attack in with a 4/4. Mountain. Play my 4/4. And now I can, this I can do for 6 next turn if I wanted to. And it is, how do I look at this? It's a 6/7. So if he attacks, I don't want to trade. I will probably just block with my 1/1. He doesn't attack. Okay. I'm gonna attack in with my 2/2. He blocks. And then there we go. And then I will probably do the same thing with this Reversed Hellion. Or I can hide in plain sight. Declare attacks, yeah, I'll just do that. Out cold. Can't be countered. Tap 2 cards and put a stun counter on each of them. Well, that's a pain in the butt. Hide in plain sight. Vengeful Creeper. Nervous Gardener. We want these other cards to... Wait, what? What is it? What was it asking for me there? Put the cards in the random order. Huh. There's not really a good way in the interface here. Like, I want to see which one this is. But it... Okay. Okay, well, I figure it out by the casting cost, I guess? Okay. So I got 2 cards. He's probably going to attack. Yeah. And to be honest, what are the costs here? One is 1. This one is... I still think I take 6 then. Put a stun counter on it? Jeez. Which one is this? Okay, that's that one. I can combat trick him with expose the culprit. So I still want to put that out. And then he's going to attack in with everything, most likely, and I'll combat trick him. Okay. So he can combat. So first things first, which one do I want to do? I want to... I think I just go like this. And then expose the culprit. Turn face down creature face up. Hold on. Cancel. What is this? Does it say water both? It does say water both. So face down creature face up. Okay. And then I can... I don't know why I would want to do that at this point in time. Okay, puts me at 7. I'm going to attack in with everything. And then uncloak this one. Oh, wait, this is the... Get a forest. Play the forest. Play my 2 creatures. You are at 1. Sure. Yeah, you just attack in. Tap it. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go all in. Back to adventure. Oh, okay. That was rough. That was really rough. But we got her. Let's play round 2 against Gristlebrand. Okay, I have a lot of mana in my hand and a Nervous Gardener. So I might just... I don't really need... I just think I'm going to play the 2/2. I don't really need the land. Okay. I do like Tinstrip Gossip. Artifact, enchantment, creature with flying. Those are neither one. He wasted his mana on that. Love to see it. Play my island, 10th Street, Gossip. And then I'm going to attack in. If he wants to trade, that I'm fine with it. Okay. I want to make him a sacrifice set, but I think it's more important that I get Yaris out. Because then he'll have haste when he comes back. As long as he doesn't, yeah, as long as he doesn't cast another. Okay. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. And we're flooding out again. And we're going to attack him. And he takes it. We'll put it on top. Help us, Rick. So we are doing 8 damage a turn. Target artifact or enchantment. I think this is a weird card draw. So, like, I can attack in. You choose to block it or not. I'm going to keep it back as a blocker. And we're continuing to flood out. Oh my god. Well, how many cards are in my deck? There's only 40. I'm just gonna attack in, and I'm gonna have you start jumping. Yeah, I don't care about that card. Okay. Creatures get +2. So I get to kill these 2 creatures. That one. How do I switch? Well, it's only 3 creatures. Okay, so now I can just start, as before, start playing on top of my deck. But if my top of my deck is my 1 spell, I'm just going to... He's got a block. Okay. Was that smart? I don't know. Okay. Now, look at the top of my library. Relative burst. So, I use this to manipulate the top of my deck. So I can Now it's analyze the pollen. So now I'll play breakout. And I will... reveal creature card. It was to put it in the battlefield against haste on turn. And so I will get the Rubble Belt Maverick. And yes, onto the battlefield. Now we look at the top again. We can... We're going to... Well, he's going to surveil. We're going to keep both on top. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is playing for 5. I think I just want to put the 5/5 out there because I'm in a danger zone. This is a blocker. And then we... don't declare attacks. Search your library for basic land, that's fine. Play the land off the top of my deck. Okay. I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to swing with these two. And I'm going to reveal that. I'm going to do 5 there. Actually, I do this. The reason I do that is I'm just going to auto cast this. Yeah, okay. Oh, he's surveilling. No, I want those on the top of my deck. Okay. And I have the Hellion in hand. But I wanted to reduce the number of blockers he had. Okay, so now on the top of my deck is the Goblin Massmaker. I am going to attack in. You have to block the big ones. And also get 2 damage in. And then a Goblin Massmaker off the top. Goblin... Okay, and then out of my hand... Okay. Other creatures I have haste. I could have just won if I would have known that that was there. So I'm just going to Elpis Rick, attack all in. And next game. Oof. Alright. Got 2 mana and we can break out. We have Pick Your Poison. We'll keep. We'll Forest right away. And then we'll a Mountain into Breakout. Tentor's Hero. Collect Evidence 2 becomes a 4/4 Vigilance. Collect Evidence 4 becomes a 5/5 with other creatures you control have Indestructible. Oh. Yeah, we need to get rid of that like ASAP. Okay, this time I actually want to disguise the Nervous Gardener. So we'll Breakout. And we'll put the Rubble Belt Maverick in play. And then Surveil. Goblin Maskmaker can go away. And I want the land. I don't want to attack. Okay, so we there, and then for 3, Nervous Gardener. We can double block this. We want to double block it early. Okay. That's fine. I want to double block that. Mountain, Yaris. Yaris is going to actually... Yaris enables these real good. Because what we do with our 5 mana, we're actually going to cloak 2 things. We're going to cloak that, and that. They come in cloaked. But they have haste. And so we're going to attack in with them. And they're going to get double blocked. Well, one of them's going to die and come back as a 6/7. And so now I have a 6/7 in play. Great. And then I want to do the same thing here. And then attack it in with these. And then you're going to take 6. And then Yaris just kind of enables this shenanigans. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do that. Cancel. We want to cast it as face down. We don't care the mana because we're going to do both of them. And then we're going to Alpha Strike, but we're going to keep these 2 back. Okay. Easy peasy. That was a lot more what I was expecting. Okay. So that's how Yaris plays, right? So we'll be on the play. We're good on this. We'll keep, and then we will analyze the pollen without collecting evidence. And then we'll grab a island. And then play the mountain, and then we'll play Crowd Novelist into Tin Script. Well, we'll play this actually on 3. So we will just cast that down. Okay, and then we will play our 10th Street Novelist, or 10th Street Gospus. 10th Street Gossip. I can't speak today. Do I want to trade my... No, I don't want to trade my 2/2 with that. Create a 1/1 Thopter. That's fine. We're going to block it. It has to attack each combat, so you just gave me a free block. We'll play this. Surveil. What are we at for mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I want nothing in the graveyard, but I want this on top. I'm going to attack in there. Take 6. 6 damage to it? Okay. You're going to get a lot of damage on the crackback here, yep. I want to make sure I tap correctly to do my breakout. Vengeful Creeper. I think I want the Reverse Hellion. And then I'm going to do 10 to you. You have Menace, so that's fine. They're going to double block if I do this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm casting this. I will attack in. And then we did see the double block like we were expecting. And we'll do the lethal to the flyer. And then we will put in our other 6, 7, just hard cast it. It does have reach, which is relevant. And now I'm solved, so now I can see that I have a Nervous Gardener on top. Okay, what's on top? Okay. This does manipulate the top of my deck. What did I... I'll go Forest. So I can look at the top of my deck again, and I will cloak this. And I will attack in with these 3, or 2. And it's just a matter of time. Okay. Yaris. And then what's on the top? Hard-hitting question. So we'll just play out this, and then we will attack in. Like that. Top of my deck is a mountain. And then we will attack in Alpha Strike this time. Next game. Alright. We're not gonna sideboard. We have 1 mountain in, so we have to mulligan. We're fine with this. The Pride of the Hulkblade can go. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to end up casting that this entire game. Mountain, Goblin Maskmaker. This means I could turn 2 if I draw a... Okay. We could have, if we drew a thing that had a cloaking ability, we could have cast it cheaper. But we don't. Goblin Mask Maker will... Oh, oops, I clicked out of the window. And this is getting to be a long episode. I didn't realize that these games were trying to take so long. It crewed this. Collect evidence 6. Okay, so you don't... It didn't have anything, but it's just a 4/4 at this point. Okay. So... I'm gonna make him like either block this and kill it. Oh. Okay. Turn the technician over. Next game. Okay, there was maybe a misplay for me there. This is good, I'll keep. We'll do our turn 1 Goblin Mask Maker. And then we do get to cloak this for 2. No, we won't block that. We'd rather just do our own damage. Nothing to cloak this time. I think I'd rather put the Harry Dronesmith in than Case of the Locked Hothouse, and then I can case next turn. And put... I'm gonna shock that, okay. And then you have to attack, so I block. Hard hitting question. This does damage to that. Oh, cancel. Shit. That's got ward. That's got ward. Okay. Alpha Strike. Okay, so we can look at the top of our library now. Expose the culprit. Not really useful to us. Accruing that. That's fine. Oh, you got 2 of those, huh? Okay, so what's on top now? We'll play that. Can we just play that hard cast? Yeah, and that's good that we did, because this doesn't help us. He can't crew right now. So we are going to go like this. Do as much damage as we can. And then we have a 5/5 that we could block one of these 4/4s with. Okay. On top, analyze the pollen, doesn't help. And then we have expose the culprit and exile a number of face down creatures you control with disguise in a face down pile. Then shuffle the pile, then cloak them. Yep. So we can manipulate the top of our deck with this. 10 Street Gossip. And then we look here, Yaris is going to be good. And then flying 5/5. I don't want to attack with anything else. He's going to crew one and block the 5/5 with his 4/4. Great. I figured that might happen. We just need to stem the bleeding, though. Okay, top of the deck is Crime Novelist. And then we'll face down. And then we'll attack in with this and that and that. Now we got a 6/7 in play, and that should be it. We should be able to take it next turn. 8 damage to 10 String Gossip. Top of the pick your poisons on top. So he's gonna crew with that. I think we just all out. Yep. Collect rewards. MKM booster. MKM booster. Gold coin and the deck. We went 3-0. It was hard fought, but we did it. Another draft is available. Tarkir Dragonstorm. I haven't done that one. All right. Well, thank you for joining. And we will see you in the next episode.